Number 33, which list shows these numbers in order from least to greatest? We're working with a lot of different rational numbers here in positive and negative, but the key here is least to greatest. So we know in terms of least to greatest that negative values will have less value than positive values. So if we are going least to greatest, we need to look at our list and see if there's anything negative, and those two values will come first. Now it looks like we have negative 19 over 3 and negative 6.35. So those will both have to come first. So let's take a look at our answer choices and see if any positives come before that. And actually, when we look at this, B actually has the positives before the negatives, so that won't work. So let's take a look at our positives first, and then we can kind of see if we can eliminate some other answer choices. So let's try to find the positive number that has the least amount of value and which has the greatest amount of values, and then take a look at our list once again. So we have the square root of 38. You could take your calculator and put in 38 and hit the square root button. 38 is just a little bit more than 36, which is a perfect square, which would be 6. So it should be a little bit more than 6. We'll put that on our calculator and we'll round that off to 6 and 1600ths, or 6.16. And 63%, 100% is 1 or 1 whole. So 63% has to be less than 1 whole. And it's actually 63 hundredths, because 63 out of 100, if you had a test with 100 questions on it and you got 63 right, you got a 63%. So when we know that 63% is less than 6 and 1600ths, so our square root of 38 should be our largest in our list. So when we move forward and try to eliminate which one 6 and 1600ths or 38, square root of 38 should be our largest, that will eliminate C. So now we're down to A and D, because we know our positives are right, and we just got to determine on our negatives which one has the smaller value. Now remember, with negative numbers, the larger the negative, the smaller the value. So let's break these down. Negative 6 and 3500ths is already in the format that we need. Negative 19 thirds, we can take 19, you can put 19 in your calculator, divide it by 3, and you'll get negative 6 and 1/3. We'll just take it to 33 hundredths, and we can see that when we look at our number, remember, the larger the negative, the smaller the value. So when we look at that, negative 6 and 35 hundredths is less than negative 6 and 33 hundredths. So that gives us our smallest, which is negative 6 and 35 hundredths, which will give us our answer to which list of these numbers shown in order from least to greatest. It's A, negative 6 and 35 hundredths, negative 19 thirds, 63%, and the square root of 38.